Welcome back to Newsday. Thank you for staying with us. A former governor of Kano State and leader of the New Nigeria People's Party, Kwankwaso, on Thursday accused the government of President Bola Tinubu of sidelining northern Nigeria in federal development projects while concentrating resources in the southern parts of the country. Speaking during the Kano State Stakeholders Dialogue on the 2025 Constitution Amendment, Kwankwaso criticized the government for what he called lopsided allocation of the national budget, warning that the imbalance could deepen insecurity and poverty in the north. The former NNPP presidential candidate, who was declared fourth in the 2023 election, said the poor infrastructure in the north, especially roads, reflected years of underinvestment by successive governments, including the ruling All Progressives Congress. Well, Arise News analyst Dayo Sobowale joins us now to examine the veracity of this claim and possible underlying intentions for making it. Good afternoon, Mr. Sobowale. Many thanks for joining us.
Good afternoon. It's a pleasure being here as usual.
Now, from your perspective, what evidence do you think Kwankwaso has for this marginalization when it comes to resource allocation?
I don't care about this evidence. The statement is a fallacy. And he has shown the falsehood in it himself, that successive Nigerian governments have alienated the North, literally, and developed the South. But look at the list of people who have been in successive Nigerian governments, both military and civilian. You have more Northerners. So whose fault is that? And he's saying this just about 48 hours after having a meeting with the president in charge now, means that their talks were not successful. So he's behaving like somebody who just lost out and who is preparing the ground to join the opposition. That's the logical conclusion for his observation. But it is a fallacy, a grand fallacy. Let's leave it at that.
It's very good, Mr. Sobowale. Is he speaking for himself or the entire North? And what about the regional leaders over time in the North? It's not just about the federal government doing this for them. What have they contributed to their regions?
You see, Kwankwaso has a large following, the Kwankwasia movement in Kano. And they are powerful. But their strength is in what is regarded in Nigeria as electoral strength. And it is hooked, it is centered on our census figures. So until we get a good census figure, we will not really know where we are going. And that's the crux of the matter. And he knows what he's doing. He removed Festus Udumegu, who was about to conduct the census some time ago. Because I don't criticize the 2006 census. I said all the censuses we have been having are grand fallacies, that they are not rooted in reality. That UNESCO and other people have brought out this thing. I think Odumegu Ojukwu spoke too early. He ridiculed him then, personally, by saying that he was from the brewing industry and must have taken some beer before became. And they removed Odumegu Ojukwu. And I'm sure if Odumegu has kept quiet and conducted the census, we will know where we are. Now they are sensing something again, because he's speaking for the North, and invariably they will rally around what he's saying. But what is on the ground does not justify what they are saying. It's just been politically disruptive, not necessarily to antagonize the government, but to brood over the speech he was expected, which he was not given during the last meeting with the president. Let's leave it at that for now.
Also, Mr. Sobowale, I appreciate how you tied the timing of this claim that he's making to the visit that he had with the president. But what do you think it reveals about, or this criticism reveals about NNPP's strategy for relevance come 2027?
He's not speaking for NNP now. NNP is just the one
I know, but you were able to connect the dots with that meeting. Yes. But what do you think it's? You don't see any connection whatsoever.
You will see he moved to the coalition.
Okay.
Or start his own. Because his party cannot start standard. He too contested for the presidency before.
That's true.
In fact, funnily enough, at that time, I had a column in The Nation. I supported him against Buhari. Yes. He was an engineer, he's been Minister of Defense. He's well qualified to be president. but he's not qualified to blackmail the present government over what everybody knows is untrue. Because what those of us in the South are against is the domination of the North in all spheres. Most of us have suffered it in government appointments, wherever the place priority, federal character, and all that. It's about time such things are thrown overboard. You see, I thought during Obasanjo's regime we'll have a good census, but at the end of it, you saw what happened. That was what Udimegu was condemning. Even that census, Lagos State rejected it and conducted its own. You see, the myth that Kano has more population than Lagos is a myth. We don't accept it. Not because I was born here, but see, people migrate in this country from north to south. And when you do census, the destination has less population than the origin of the migration. What sort of geography or what sort of census? Even the climate did not support what they are putting as our figure. And it is the backbone of the arrogance of northerners to always threaten southern leaders that he is doing now. It has to stop somewhere along the line.
Indeed. I was even going back to the issue of, if you remember, not too long ago, even over time, that the Niger Delta militants and other stakeholders, they have raised issues that, hey, look, what you're getting from our region is used and to maintain Nigeria and of course most part of the north. And why didn't this criticism come during that time?
That's right.
It has always been their claim.
And the unfairness of it,
yes.
Sorry to interrupt.
All right.
The unfairness of it is that Southerners feel that Tinubu is leaning too much to the north with the appointments he's making, just to balance things. You see, I commend him for building the bridge that made him to win, in spite of the Muslim ticket, which is a concession to the north. But you see, you can't be holding the gun to the president every time you have a disagreement with him. It's not done. Okay. It's not fair.
Well, Mr. Sobowale, like you rightly pointed out, we do know that Kwankwaso has quite a large following with the Kwankwasia movement. And even though you see through this fallacy, as you call it, yes, some might not necessarily share that view and say, yes, it's true, we're being sidelined. Do you think there should be any gesture from the office of the president to give those that might feel that might share the sentiment which Kwankwaso has? Do you think there should be any move to make them feel a sense of inclusion after the statement has been made?
He gives all appointments and build all industries in the north. And then anyway, even if you see, you have not listened to me, that this president has bent backwards more than any other president to accommodate
but
the north.
We both know about the Kwankwasia movement. Like they cling to what? Yes, they cling to what he says.
My logic is that it is in the north, and the myth of saying the Kano state has more population than Lagos is a fallacy and inaccuracy. That's what I'm trying to tell you, and that a concise and accurate census will bring that fact out. But the north will never allow that sort of thing to happen. That's the issue. Indeed, and talking of, there's nothing, but Tinubu has done more than enough. I repeat it for the 10th time to accommodate the north. So that's why I said what he said is illogical and fallacious and not provable.
Indeed, Mr. Sobowale, I also remember the issue of the taxation when it came about.
That's
there
right.
were grievances from the north regarding that. But I haven't actually seen people, northern leaders falling over themselves in support of this. That was why I asked the issue, is he speaking for himself or the entire north in this regard?
Look, I welcome the debate.
Yeah.
Nobody is shying away from them. Let them make their point, let us make our point. But let them know who is president now. It's the Southern president, and let them respect that. Yes.
No problem.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for your analysis, Arise News analyst Mr. Dayo Sobowale. We appreciate your time here on Newsday. Thank you.
Right.